Hey you guys, welcome back to another CC Reacts, where we watch the fun, weird, crazy, and interesting and question everything. Real or fake, you decide. Let me know. Leave it in the comments. I will meet you there after the video. The video is for entertainment purposes only. I am a little tired trying to, I can't believe it's Friday already. The Bears really messed with my sleep this week, but they did not come back last night, which was great. However, I was in that really light sleep, so I didn't do myself any favors trying to listen out for them, but they did not return, so that was great. I hope you enjoy the video. It is for entertainment purposes only. I don't know if I said that already. So let's get into it.
Hey y'all, China has become so advanced they even got urinals that check your pee. Can you imagine you go pee in here and it gives you a whole diagnostic? I didn't know we had that much stuff in our pee for them to figure out. China's living in the future.
That is insane. That is so crazy. I know I've never seen that anywhere in the States or Canada. Is it a good, could you imagine though? Does it read it out loud? You know, I think that's beneficial, but then that could be embarrassing, right? You're beside somebody and you have, and everybody kind of looks over at, I don't know. That could be, what do you think? I don't know.
Man, this is some crazy shit. Did the former head of the FBI just call for Trump's assassination with a picture of shells? Well, the Secret Service and law enforcement are looking into exactly that claim, and it's got people going crazy online. So James Comey served as the head of the FBI between 2013 and 2017 before being fired by Trump. And yesterday he posted this picture saying, "Look at the cool shell formation that I just saw on my beach walk." So yeah, if you were confused as I was when I first saw this, 86 is said to mean get rid of or kill something, and originated from an old mob term, while 47 is said to represent, 47th President Trump. Also, the term 8746 was used at an anti-Trump march last month. And again, this is said to be a thinly veiled call for you-know-what at the president. Now, this has actually gone past the little, talk online, and the Secret Service said that they are aware of this, and they are treating it as a potential threat. James himself has since deleted the post, and he shared a statement on Instagram saying that he assumed that this was a political message, but he said that he didn't realize some folks associated those numbers with violence. Keep in mind, this is the former head of the FBI. But then, in another weird twist, some people pointed out that the day that this picture was posted, it had been exactly 8,647 days since 9/11 took place. So, lot of weirdness.
Coincidences happen, sure. I don't know. What do you think? I feel like he knew what he was doing. Didn't think maybe so many people would immediately catch on. Let me know.
Not a single tree was cut down to make this paper bag. It's called a relief bag, made by a Ukrainian company using fallen leaves from urban areas, not from forests. Leaves are collected from parks and residential areas before being cleaned and dried for storage. They can then be processed into paper bags without harming a single tree. Processing them also uses way less resources than conventional paper, with just 1/3 of the electricity usage, using 70% less CO2 and about 15 times less water. They even decompose quicker than normal paper, only taking about 30 days, while normal paper takes up to 270 days. Leaves in urban areas are a waste product and are generally burned, releasing CO2. So relief provides a way of putting those leaves to good use, while also decreasing deforestation from paper manufacturing. What do you think of this idea? Let me know in the comments.
I love it. What about you?
Like for more innovations helping our planet.
Oh, another one. That's where I'm so torn with AI, because I'm like, it'll be dangerous one day, I'm sure, but then stuff like this is like, ooh, that would be fun. I kind of want to try that.
The Gobekli Tepe buried intentionally. Some of the pillars had carvings of humans, animals, and then human and animal hybrids.
Oh, yuck.
A lot of what the Book of Enoch talks about. Yeah. This is the connection I made. In the Book of Jubilee, it talks about Canaan, Noah's grandson, and the son grew, and his father taught him writing, and he went to seek for himself a city. He found a writing which former generations had carved on the rock. It contained the teachings of the Watchers in accordance spots in which they used to observe the omens of the sun, the moon, the stars, and the signs of heaven. The Gobekli Tepe is in Turkey.
Yes.
They discovered what they are pretty darn sure was Noah's Ark was found in Turkey. And so I'm like, did this dude walk this distance, found it out, said, we cannot repeat this process, and they went and buried this thing and said, we do not want anyone to ever see this ever again.
Interesting.
That's
So
my
interesting.
connection. Is that a good connection?
I think, I mean, it's
Yeah.
a good, it's not like you're stretching. I mean, like, these are dots that are out there that they've made no sense of.
This is a 1909 Baker Electric.
That's quite an ornate interior.
Well, here's the trouble with electric cars. The idea was they really appealed to women because at the time, you know, the self-starter hadn't been invented yet. Steam was a hassle, and steam was dirty and messy and scary. Regular automobiles, you had to hand crank and bang and set the choke and work the clutch. These were popular as women's shopping cars. So what they did was they really marketed them to women. They made it look like a woman's sitting room. You had the flowers. You see, see the clock, and there's a makeup. But then the problem was, well, no man wanted to buy a woman's car. I mean, that was the problem with
Really?
it. But this thing went 100 miles on a charge. At the turn of the century, there were 15,000 of them in New York City. There were charging stations all over the city.
What?
This is your tiller right here. This is what you steer with. You release your handbrake and you turn your key.
And away we go.
I love it. I never thought I would say that about an electric car, but I actually really love that. Why are they making it seem like electric cars are brand new, turn of the century, if they had that 100 years ago? Nothing new under the sun, right? That is insane.
Reddit, there's people on here verifying that Google has been going through all the information that they put on their Google Drive. And they have screenshots of all their emails saying your file may violate Google's Drive's terms of services. Kanye Champ's remove video contains content that may violate Google's Drive hate speech policy. Some features related to this file may have been restricted. And then they show the file and they show them removing it from your Google Drive. So now Google is taking censorship to the next level. They will go through your own personal files that you have a right to have. As much as there are things I hate, I don't want them to decide what should be propagated or not, because eventually they're going to decide to block me. But I'm up to my neck with all this social media censorship.
I think everybody is.
On Reddit,
That is crazy. I didn't know they could do that. This must be something new. Like, how and why, though? I actually started ordering thumb drives for my phone, and I kind of save everything I want to hold on to there. So, yeah. I'm kind of just wowed that I just heard that. I think that's insane. From your
Intuitive.
That was a little mind-blowing. You literally can take away the entire symphony and use that thing to play. I'm so torn. I think it's innovative and I kind of love it. But at the same time, I'm like, is this another step towards like removing something grand? I don't know. I'm so torn between on that one. I really am.
Months are not a proper unit of time, are they? A month is either 28, 29, 30 or 31 days long. In common parlance, we talk about a month being 4 weeks long, but they're not. Only February is exactly 4 weeks long, and even then, that's only true 3/4 of the time. 94% of months are longer than a month. We know exactly how many seconds in a minute, how many minutes in an hour, hours in a day, and days in a week. We even know exactly how many months in a year. But the months themselves are a mystery. They chop and change. Let me give you an example. Human pregnancy. We've all learnt this all our lives. We all know. How many months are we told an average human pregnancy should last? 9. Very good. 9 months. Now, parents, how many weeks were you told on average your pregnancy would last? 40. 40 weeks is 10 bloody months, isn't it? You spend your whole life as a woman thinking if you get pregnant it'll be 9 months, and then you get there and you discover it's actually 10. You've been conned, haven't you? Let's look at the year. How many months are there in a year? 12. Exactly. How many weeks are there in a year? 52. Good. However, well, 12 times 4 is 48, and 52 minus 4 is 48. It doesn't take a genius to work out we've got 4 extra weeks. And what do 4 weeks make? A month. There are actually 13 months in a year. This is outrageous. This is absolutely outrageous. And I have a solution. I have reformed the calendar. Let me be clear, it is not just the lack of rigour that I have issue with. I have another issue with months, a linguistic one. These are the months as we know them today. Take a look at the word October. Oct. Think of all the other words you know beginning with oct. Octopus, octagon, octogenarian. Think of all the words you know beginning with dec. Decade, decimal, decathlon. You don't have to be the sharpest linguist out there to realise that sept, oct, nov, dec represents 7, 8, 9, 10. And yet we've put them in positions 9, 10, 11, 12. Why has that happened? I'll tell you why that's happened. It's because of the bloody Romans. Before that, we used to have months called quintilis and sextilis. It used to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But then the Romans got all egotistical on us. They wanted to name 2 months after their emperors. They named months after Julius Caesar and Augustus Caesar. Can you imagine the ego involved in naming a month after a human being? It's one thing naming it after a god. You know, you've got January after Janus, that's okay. Mars gives you March, that's okay. I mean, if you believe in a god, why wouldn't you want to venerate them by naming something as fundamental as a period of time after them? That makes sense. But not an actual human being. Get your egos out of the game. That is ridiculous. Well, they have confused things by naming July and August and then everything got moved around at a later date. So what we're going to do, we're going to correct this system. The month...
Yeah, we have more weeks and months than we are, like, put on the calendar for us. So what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments.
How is it doing that? But wait, John, it's about to break on its own. It's gonna break on its own.
You have to watch it until it breaks. That's been our
Watch, John. Are you watching this thing? Yeah. It's not. No. Oh, no, watch. Watch, John. Watch.
That hurts so bad.
Nobody listens to me. There's ghosts in here. Nobody listens to me.
Watch it.
It's still moving! It's still moving! No, it's still moving! It's still moving!
If it was in the air just for the child, you'll freak out. And then it just moves. It's so good. Just get around. It's so around.
My hand's shaking. I can't. Nobody listens to me. There's ghosts in this building.
I can understand his excitement. Like if you're telling people there's ghosts where I work and nobody listens to you, and then you finally catch something on camera. So I can understand the enthusiasm and excitement behind that. That's crazy.
To survive a polar bear attack.
Huh? Did you just put survive and polar bear attack in the same sentence? Let me tell you something. Meet the polar bear. Now, I shouldn't have to tell you this, but that's a hyper-carnivorous predator that gets up to 10 feet tall and 1,500 pounds. Not to mention, they have 4-inch blades attached to their paws. Oh, and a bite force that could break a bowling ball. It's harder to break a bowling ball than our skull, just so you know. If we're being honest, escaping is your only option. I'm just kidding. That's not an option. You can't run away. They could run 25 miles an hour. Can't jump in water. That's the animal version of Michael Phelps. You can't even hide. Their nose is capable of sniffing out meat up to 2 miles away. Or through 3 feet of ice.
Ooh.
They can smell meat through 3 feet of ice. In other words, they're gonna find you. And you're gonna become calories. In fact, they're actually so much of a problem that people literally had to open a polar bear jail. Like a legit jail. The polar bears get criminal records. That's gangster. Moral of the story, there's only one way to survive a polar bear attack. Don't see one. And as always, follow for more facts.
In Canada? Ontario, Manitoba. Wow, what? I did not know, like, it's this dry or what is happening over there. And so it begins.
Canada's corrupt-ass government is trying to fuck over the entire world on behalf of Big Pharma, and it involves killing ostriches. This is fucking crazy, but you need to fucking hear this. This is incredibly important. You might have seen the videos about the Canadian government trying to kill all the ostriches on a farm in BC, and I was like, Why in the fuck would the government care about 400 ostriches in BC? Why are ostriches in fucking British Columbia in the first place, right? It's not a farm for meat. They are not doing this for meat. They are working with a Japanese scientist because ostrich egg yolks contain antibodies that have absolutely insane health benefits. Like, I had to do something I rarely do. I had to make a list. I went through AI and asked it about the health benefits. Listen to what the antibodies from ostrich eggs can do. Antiviral properties. They fight H1N1, bird flu, MERS, Zika, and Ebola. That's that freaking mosquito-borne virus. So these antibodies can treat skin disorders, dermatitis, acne, and eczema. They have anti-aging skin health effects. It regrows hair. Hair regrowth from these antibodies. Preventative health care, because these antibodies are stable at 100 degrees Celsius. This is unknown in the healthcare world. And so this makes it able for oral administration and can survive incredibly hot temperatures, you know, even in say storing shit that has to be refrigerated. These don't even have to be refrigerated. It's all natural, non-toxic, no chemicals. This is just from ostrich eggs. All natural, non-toxic, fuck Big Pharma. That's what this is going to do. No antibody resistance. You ever heard, they don't want to give people antibiotics because they're in fear that it will cause resistance to antibiotics. These antibodies from ostrich eggs have none of that. They have none of the effects of antibody resistance. Broad spectrum pathogen killer as a topical cream spread on your hands. The biggest part, cheap as fuck. Cheap as fuck, and the yields are gigantic from a single ostrich egg. And you're talking birds just laying eggs. 400 ostriches. And I'd seen those videos up there in Canada, and I'm like, and I didn't understand it for one bit. And there's the people at the farm, I've seen the videos, and these Canadian health officials that are like, yeah, we gotta kill all your birds. And they're not even sick. They have no tests to prove these birds are sick, and they just got a court order through the corrupt Canadian government yesterday to kill all of them. This is a medical research farm. They're working with a Japanese scientist to extract the antibodies. They are trying to build the facility right now to extract the antibodies from these ostrich eggs. And Big Pharma no one will ever convince me that Big Pharma is not behind this, because did you hear that list? Did you hear that list of what ostrich egg antibodies are capable of doing? This is how Big Pharma and these corrupt motherfuckers fuck us over. RFK supposedly knows about this, and he has made a statement. He said he's against the culling of these birds, but RFK has no ability to do fuck all up in Canada. This is just one more reason why the corrupt Canadian government needs to be fucking brought under control and brought to heel. Whatever Trump's great announcement for Canada is this week, it better be a 51st state, because that government is the fuck out of hand. This doesn't just affect Canada. This is a worldwide effect. I don't know, bring it down to America, but Jesus Christ, dude, what is out of the reach of Big Pharma's corruption? I don't think there is anything. Just like what we saw with Trump cutting the drug prices, and then all the fucking rhino fucking Republicans coming out and being like, oh no, I don't think that's something we should do. And it's like, yeah, no shit. I bet you got a fuckload of money off the Big Pharma just to say that shit. We all know how this works. You're all getting paid off, you're bought off to keep fucking us over. And we're fucking done with it. This is where we're going now. We all know the game. We all know what you're doing. And we're not happy about it. Primaries, people. Primaries. We're gonna vote, and if voting don't, you motherfuckers. You corrupt motherfuckers. We gotta save those ostriches up in Canada. That's all I know. I thought it was just some bullshit over fucking birds. No, this is Big Pharma, and they have cancer treatments. They have preliminary fucking research going in right now that these antibodies from ostrich eggs have not only cancer treatment properties, but cancer prevention properties. That right there is the biggest red flag no-no that Big Pharma says you cannot do that shit. They do not want you treating or let alone curing cancer. Good luck to you all. I hope we can stop that corrupt-ass government up in Canada from killing those ostriches. That's all. I spread the word, people. I never say that. This is that important. Good luck to you all. Long live this beautiful republic.
This is pretty cool. A real-life Dexter's laboratory. Yeah, that's how you say it. A whiz kid with a very powerful idea. Max Lahin shares his story in tonight's Someone to Know. Do you think a 13-year-old could change the world? Well, this one might change your mind. Dressed in his lab coat,
Yeah, I wear this fairly often.
Max Lahin sits in his parents' old boiler room, converted into a lab.
I am in a boiler room right now.
And he ponders the future often.
The future that I imagine is the future, frankly, that we all imagine.
He wants to make the world a better place. And to do that, you need one single thing.
If you got energy, you got power, you have everything.
So to solve this problem, a few months ago, Max took the matter into his own hands and created this electromagnetic harvester out of a coffee can, some wire, 2 coils, and a spoon.
This cost me $14.
The harvester conducts radio waves, thermal and static energy, and turns it into electricity.
This wire takes the energy from the air. Down below here, we turn it from AC into DC.
So we take the device outside and wrap up Max's brother into a string of LED lights.
Bing!
A $14 invention was able to do that. So imagine the same harvester on a scale 20 times larger.
I'm very proud of him.
Max's family is thrilled with what he's accomplished, and nobody is more impressed than his twin brother, Jack.
Creating free energy, a device that he made in his lab out of $15, which is pretty amazing. As cheesy as this sounds, from day one on this planet, I knew that I was put on here for a reason, and that reason is to invent, to bring the future.
Max has always admired Albert Einstein and inventor Nikola Tesla. They taught him a little bit more than just science.
Make the world a better place, to give the world what it doesn't have, so that it doesn't have to struggle in basic things like energy.
Max isn't in it for the money or the recognition.
My true goal is to help, to invent a future where people can be happy, people can be safe and sound.
That's one kid with a whole lot of power.
Now, how bad is it that my first thought hearing that was somebody protect this child? Brilliant mind, already able to do that. But we know the world we live in, where that is just not going to be allowed, ever. 13 years old. Wow. Yeah, my first thought, somebody protect this child.
But, oh man, so cute! Oh my god, he's so cute!
Wait, where'd he go?
No way! Butters!
Everyone's just fine. They're just chilling. It had to be a group that was with the snake owner. Otherwise, I could see some water flying around for sure. What is that? You can actually, but yes, I know I get fooled with AI. Maybe it's not AI. What are your thoughts on this? Like, I don't know. The zoom in and the zoom out. I'm not, like, I'm technically challenged, I guess. I'm not great with it. So I don't know. But you definitely see it moving, so I want to know.
I know moose are big, but are they this big? This video comes from a witness who was literally chased all the way home by this gigantic moose. This thing is huge and spooky.
Why is it not moving?
Take a look at this footage, comment below, and let us know. Do they really get this big?
Man, I've seen some big moose, but I don't know. What do you guys think? It's awfully still. Now, I know there are some huge moose. We've seen clips of that. I was looking for some breathing, something. I didn't see any movement. I don't know. I couldn't say whether it's real or fake. You guys let me know. Leave it in the comments.
This man just convinced me that superpowers are actually real. Watch this, y'all.
Notice the environment before we start. Pay attention, ready? It's just me. I don't work for Marvel. I don't got no team or you feel me? It's me in my backyard. It's time to accept the truth, bro. It's only gonna wait. You feel me? This is notice the environment.
This is where it gets wild.
Now notice me in the environment.
Things start moving, the energy shifts.
You see that? Notice the environment.
This is insane. Stay weird, y'all.
Oh man, you guys think he's able to do that? I mean, there's like, I don't want to say the wrong word. Monks? Are they monks? Gosh, I hope I'm not saying the wrong word, but where they are able to do things, and we've seen that, and people have like witnessed it. So I don't know. Is he tree bending? No. Air flying. No. Air bending. Is he air bending? I don't watch those shows, but I do have family members who talk about it. Is he air bending? Like, I've heard that that's a thing, people can do it. However, there are a lot of people who don't believe that people can do that. But I am always like, who's to say? I think there is a lot we just don't tap into because of frequencies and things that we are just vibrated down. So what are your thoughts on that? I really want to hold on to that. Like, it could be true. It could be real. Maybe we just saw somebody tree bending, air bending. We just saw somebody air bending. Maybe. I like that one. I really, really like that one. Wow. That's so cool. Oh, wow. AI? What miracle nature? I don't know.
The footage then shows the car being towed out of the ravine. That's when the camera captures something truly chilling. Watch. Watching that again, it appears as though a skeletal hand releases something from its grasp, then retracts back into the car.
Oh, I definitely saw that.
The footage then shows the car.
I can't imagine anybody sitting in the car and it being towed out, but I definitely saw a hand and something drop. Meat sweats. I feel you, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh man, what is that, like not every holiday meal or a good steak you just have to finish? Yeah. I wouldn't have thought, you know, animals with meat sweats or that uncomfortable full showing. Yeah, been there, guy. Been there. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love Mater. I really actually like the movie Lightning McQueen. That is so cool. I love going to like car shows like that. That's so awesome. I love it. All right, you guys, I am going to end it there. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. It definitely was a mix of everything today. If you did like the video, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when the next video drops. Thank you for watching, guys. I will meet you guys in the comments. Don't forget to question everything, and until next time, stay safe.